So my main goal for this afternoon is to do some tests with my wing. I fly a 28 meter Charger 2 and want to see how real life tests compare with the manual as far as sink rate, glide ratio, that kind of stuff with different trimmer settings. Because basically for my trip, this little section here where we've got to cross from north of Tacoma, cross over to Vashon Island here. So I've got to cross a bit of the sound here, and that's the longest stretch I have. And I just want to make sure that I know the right altitude to get to. So even if I have a motor out up there, I'm going to be able to land on either side. I should be fine. I should be able to climb to about 3,000 feet and be able to easily clear either side of that. I'll have some flotation and stuff as well, but would rather not use it. It's gonna do some kind of boring stuff back and forth. We'll see how that goes.
This trimmer's neutral. It's 33. Okay, let's turn around. We're still in neutral trimmer position. At 23 miles an hour or so. Trimmer's out here. Okay, trimmer's out into the wind. Go for a little bit longer. Now, trimmer's out, heading with the wind. All right, we'll stay right in this area here. Okay, we'll go trimmers all the way in. Trimmers all the way in. Into the wind. 22 miles an hour. Okay, let's get some altitude. Okay, trimmers all the way in. Idle, 8 miles an hour. Okay. Well, hopefully we got some good data there. Let's go check out my little windsock down there and not land right away. Looks like we're heading into the wind right here. Okay. But it's a little bit swirly. Top flags. Maybe we'll just circle around and just land on the flat down there and hike it up a little bit more. Beautiful! Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You see my hood? This thing was flapping, getting sucked in back there. It's terrifying. I was nervous it was going to get sucked in there, caught in the prop, and choke me. Because I had this hood and this outer hood, they were getting sucked through the opening there. I could feel the pressure on my neck. So the first little while there, after I got off the ground, I was just feeling that, struggling, trying to figure out what to do with that. I eventually just kind of tried to roll it up and tuck it in here, but I'll definitely manage that better next time.
So after crunching the numbers, and I had to compare and calculate a couple different ways using charts of speed and time and elevation. And as you can see in the video, I think some of the change in altitude meter on there was not always very accurate, where you could see times when I was clearly going down and it was still showing a positive change in altitude, and vice versa. So I don't know if it was some sort of rolling average or something, but looking at the raw data, I did a bunch of sampling and calculation. all to determine that my actual glide ratio is about 5 for both my trimmers in neutral and trimmers out, at least under those conditions. And with the trimmers all the way in, it was a little bit over 6. With that in mind, that crossing that I showed in the beginning of the video, it's about 3 miles. And so with a glide ratio of between 5 and 6, that's roughly, if I'm at 3,000 feet and I have a motor out, I can travel roughly 3 miles. And I only need to be able to cover 1.5 miles, to get back to one side or the other from that point. So it looks like we'll be good to go. I'm glad to have this additional information about my wing and my setup. And I'm kind of using that as a general rule of thumb that for every 1,000 feet I go up, I can travel about 1 mile, plus or minus the wind conditions are obviously going to change that. So that's how this turned out. And be careful of the hoods, as I learned the hard way. Just don't fly with them or tuck them in. Thanks for watching.